Welcome back to Weekend at One. And earlier on, we had Ian Keitany on, of course, following the journey of former Lugari MP Cyrus Jirongo. And right now, there is a memorial service at Sitem Valley Road. Ian, earlier on, you're telling us the perception that many leaders in our country, close friends, held of Cyrus Jirongo. What are people saying about this man, Jirongo?
Road. And of course, this is where the requirements for the late Cyrus Jirongo is currently happening. And the political class have come here in the numbers, most so from the opposition wing led by Mombasa Road and the likes of Eugene Omalua. But the thing that has taken center stage here, or the main, of course, highlight is the fact that there are concerns about what really happened to Cyrus Jirongo. His friend, former Vihiga Senator George Hanuri, raising concerns about the nature of Jirongo's death, noting that investigations must really happen to unravel what happened on the fateful morning of the 13th of December 2025. In fact, at some point, Senator Hanuri attributing that despite the Mercedes vehicle that Jirongo was driving having 12 airbags, none of the airbags deployed during that particular incident. Now, that particular issue has also been alluded to by Senior Counsel Mombasa Road, talked about Cyrus Jirongo having concerns about his safety in the past few days before his death. And of course, she talked about how Jirongo was planning to upscale his security. But more interestingly as well is that one of the wives to the late Cyrus Jirongo, that is Anla Noy, talked about her wondering and really being concerned how Jirongo found herself in Naivasha, despite talking to him earlier in the day, and the late Lugari lawmaker talking about how he was in the house and was going to just stay in the house because he had plans, but of course the plans didn't materialize, and thus he had gone back home and was staying home. Hanuri, of course, and Philip Kisia here talking about how they also were surprised that Jirongo found himself in Naivasha, having it in mind that they were to have a meeting with him, or lunch meeting with him, the next day. So the main concern here and the main issue that has taken center stage is for the government to ensure that speedy investigations happen in order for the family to get closure and to really understand what happened to the former Lugari lawmaker, one of the other politicians who was also spoken about the circumstances surrounding the death of Cyrus Jirongo is former Getinde South lawmaker, that is Moses Kuria, who talked about what really happened between Jirongo leaving Nairobi to finding himself in Naivasha. But at the end of the day, Jirongo has been eulogized by many who've spoken here, including his 3 wives, his siblings, and his children, as a man who gave to his last coin, not necessarily to his family, but a man who, also spoke his mind, regardless of how risky what he said was. He spoke his mind without fear. And of course, Eugene Omalua, again, the former CS for Defense, talking about the current circumstances and the debate in the country surrounding the constitutional reforms and the calls for referendum, and noting that the late Cyrus Jirongo would not have supported such a bid at a time when there are serious issues that are affecting Kenyans, talking about the Kenyatta National Hospital, which is facing serious challenges as at now. And of course, Omalua faulting again the rollout of the social health plan by the government of the day, noting that the referendum, as we speak right now, is not a priority for Kenya. So, Noah, that is what we have for you from the Sitem Valley Road here in Nairobi. But of course, we'll be giving you more details in our subsequent bulletins at 4, 7, and 9. Noah, back to you.
Thank you very much, Ian Keitany, with the updates on the journey of Cyrus Jirongo. And the program lasts close to 4 days before his interment. We're going swiftly. Residents of Kambi